I'm in the kitchen, and can you see this idea? It's using these fun cookie cutters and these edible cake pens, which are just super fun. So this is going to be great for keeping the kids amused over Easter or the next half term. So you can use these for actual cookies, but I'm actually going to do it into sandwiches. So come with me and let me show you this quick and easy idea. So let's go. I'm also going to be showing you how to make these little Easter eggs out of grapes, and I'll also be showing you what happens when the lunchbox gets shaken about. But this video is absolutely jam-packed, so do make sure you watch to the end. Now, it's an Easter video. We're using the Panino lunchbox, and we're using these amazing little cookie cutters. We've got the cake pens. These are edible ink, so I'll be showing you step by step how I do this idea. But let's get straight into it. We've got cucumbers, we've got carrots, we've got grapes that we're going to make into these little Easter eggs, and we're using these cookie cutters. Now, I'll put the link below so that you can see, but you literally get this handful of cookie sort of imprints really. There's a chick and there's a bunny rabbit, so do make sure you watch out for other videos that are going to come, because these are such fun to do. It's a great Easter activity for the kids. Get around the table, you know, colouring, but it's all edible. And these were my favourites. So it does just come with one cookie cutter, so just be mindful of that. So we're just using 2 regular slices of bread. We're using white because that means that the colours from the cake pens are going to show up better. So we're going to cut off the slices. You don't have to do this bit. You lay out the cookies cutters just to make sure that you've got enough space. I worked out I could get 4 out of these slices of breads. Now, whatever sandwich filling that you like, I'm doing cream cheese and runny honey with a bit of love. I always do a love heart, and as I say, it's what builders do as well, isn't it? They check twice. Anyway, they check things just to make sure that there's enough room. So we're getting 4 of these sort of Easter eggs out of the bread. Don't worry too much if the bread cracks, like you can see on the right hand side, because once you do the imprint, you're going to see that actually it doesn't matter. So as I say, these are my favourite ones. They caught my eye. So the Happy Easter one is my super favourite, and you can do this in the run up to Easter, or you can do it any time that you feel in the holidays or whatever. So we're getting all the pens out, and we've also got the Easter chick cutter that we're going to use for the cucumber and the carrot. So do make sure you keep watching. This video, as I say, is just packed with lots of tips, lots of tricks. Now you can see actually I'm having a bit of trouble. You can't really see the pen, the ink coming onto the cookie cutters. It took a while. I thought maybe it was working, but this is where it's always super handy to actually have 2 sets of pens. I use these pens a lot, so we're going to put those to one side and we're going to crack on with the new set that I bought. Now you can normally find these in the baking section of the supermarket. They're really fun to have. As I say, you can easily make these into real cookies. I think I am going to make these into cookies as well, or you could even, I think, make sort of like cheese scones or whatever and use these as an imprint on the top. Why not? So you can see, it's also, what I find really exciting about it is you don't quite know how it's going to work. Are the colours going to come out as you want them? Just make sure you push down super firmly. I am going to speed up the video from here on in, but I just wanted to show you that that's how it looks. So you can use whatever colours that the cake pens come in, and you just have some fun. Do it around the kitchen table, make it an afternoon activity or a rainy day activity. And you know, I used to love colouring in, and it is a way of kind of reconnecting with the kids, just taking that time out. It could be a Saturday, Sunday, it could be an after school activity, whatever you like. But you know, above all, the aim with the Lunchbox World YouTube channel, as you know, all of my super fans here, I'm all about putting the fun back into packed lunches. I've been obsessing on packed lunches since my kids were a lot younger. I first started out with Lunchbox World. I had the idea back in 2009. I am actually working on my course at the moment, so do make sure you subscribe to hear everything, and I'm also going to be showing you towards the end of the video what happens if you do shake these lunchboxes, because I know this is a common query that comes up, but hang on a minute, how's this going to look like when they've taken it into school? So do keep watching to the end. And you can see I've sped it up just to show you that you just colour it all in, use whatever colours you like from the pack, and just have some fun. So let's see how that one's turned out. Now the kids may need a little bit of help getting the lids off the pens and back on again, and as I say, I think mine just dried out from overuse probably. So these are my favourites actually. I really like the combination of the pink and the purple and the green colours, but these are your own creation. These get eaten at the end of the day, so I know with my kids when they were growing up they used to do so much colouring, and I was like, what am I going to do with all of these creations? I did used to encourage the kids to sort of pick their best art, and we have got in the loft some boxes of their sort of favourite pieces or their best creations, because a lot of it is practice, you know, but it's so important to just let them practice, let them keep colouring, let them do their thing, because if it brings them joy and if they're passionate about it, why not? And to just encourage them to just, you know, pick the best ones and keep those, and then over time they'll see their progress, and it is quite amazing. So yeah, the last three are my favourites, and so let's just start popping them into the lunchbox, and then we're going to move on to how to make these little sort of Easter eggs out of grapes with the zigzag cut. So let's put all of this to one side. Let's get the grapes. But before we move on to the grapes, actually we're going to be doing the Easter chicks out of chunks of cucumber and then the carrots. So we're going to quickly just cut out all of the chicks. Now I've put the link below to all of the cutters, these little mini cutters. They come in a box. So there's chicks in there, there's flowers, there's love hearts, there's even little sort of bunnies or little cats. I've done so many videos on the channel now with sort of themed lunchbox ideas, so do check the links above. I'll make sure I link them in case you've missed any of them. And basically on the channel now there's pretty much, I'd say, a video for every day of the year and for every theme. So whether there's Christmas lunchbox ideas, Easter lunchbox ideas, bunny rabbits, bumblebees, spring and summer lunchbox ideas, autumn lunchbox ideas, Halloween, there's just so much on the channel, and I really hope that it's inspiring you to have fun, keep sharing different foods with the kids, to just kind of keep presenting it. So anyway, now we're going to crack on with the grapes that are made into little Easter eggs. So you'll see we start out with the zigzag cut. Take your time, because I don't know why some of these the skin was a little bit firm, but the whole point of fussy eaters and things like that as well is to just keep representing the food so that they get familiar with the texture, with what it looks like, with the smell of it, with the texture of it, with the taste of it. Annabelle Carmel used to say you had to try something 10 times. So with my kids, you know, even now we make a bit of a joke of it, you know, like, have you tried it 10 times? Do you really not like it? Or is it just something new and you're just not used to that kind of a taste? So it's so important to just keep representing the foods over time, no pressure, you know, even if it's just on the table or on the side of their plate, so they can just, you know, have a sniff of it, or, you know, put it in their mouth, see what they think. But I think Annabelle Carmel has now revised it to 20 times. And I think I agree with that, because, you know, you've got to involve all of your 5 senses. And, you know, the first step is sort of, you know, the sight, the look of it. You know, the second step is maybe the smell of it. The third step is the texture of it. You know, the fourth is the taste of it. And I believe it's just being patient, you know, and letting them find their own way, and just keep showing the foods, and keep it in the back of your mind that it's our role as parents to help set up the kids for when they leave home, so that they have had this exposure to all of these different foods, flavours. I know with mine, I wanted to make sure that they were equipped with basically going out to the big wide world on their own. That was my whole ethos. So anyway, back to this lunchbox idea. We've got the sprinkles out, we've got the edible glue pen, and we've just got this middle section, the last bit to fill. So I did find these little jammy dodgers, but I thought, you know what, how do we make these a little bit more Easter inspired? So I mean, you could use just an icing pen. I got out these little Easter sprinkles and I just thought, okay, let's just pop some in the middle. We did try with the Smarties that it's sort of spring inspired. But you know, the important thing to remember is school policies. A lot of schools won't allow you to put chocolate in the lunchbox, which is fair dues. So you could always use this idea for when you're out and about. And you've been waiting all the video for this section, which is when I shake up the lunchbox. Let's give it a good old shake and let's see what happens. And you can see absolutely nothing has moved apart from the grapes, maybe a little bit, and you know, they're not together as little Easter eggs anymore. But then that's where, if I had filled that compartment totally, then you would see that nothing moves around because of the silicone seal in the lid of these lunch boxes. And that's what I love about Yumbox so much, and I'm not paid to say this. Here you can see all of the different materials that went into creating this lunchbox, and I really hope it inspires you to just keep having a go, keep making food fun, keep presenting the healthy options, and do make sure you watch the next video because it's going to be using these mini eggs and the cutters. So what do you think? Do you think you'll try it? As I say, I'm down the other end of the kitchen. This is where I do all my filming, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to quickly do this video, see what you think. We love your feedback. I love your feedback. I read every comment. I'm really hoping if you like the video that you show that you like it, or comment, because it really helps push the channel out to people, because at the moment people aren't getting to see the videos, which I think is a huge shame because there's so much value in my content and I believe they're really fun ideas. So if you do think they're fun, let me know in the comments below. Just say fun or just give it a love heart. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. And if you like this video, make sure you look out for next week's video because that's going to be using the mini eggs. It's just having lots of fun with the lunchbox. Now, I do know that mini eggs in a lunchbox not allowed in a lot of schools, so you know, do this one if you're going out and about on a picnic, or you're just going out for a day and you want to take something with you. You could easily do this and get the kids involved, get them, you know, getting familiar with things in the kitchen, and you know, finger dexterity, using the little pens and stuff like that. So really hope you like everything on the channel. So glad that you're here, sticking to the end. And if you haven't grabbed my 3 secrets, make sure you do, because really soon I'm going to be running a Lunchbox masterclass to help equip you with everything that I wish I'd known when my kids were growing up. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in the masterclass. I'll be creating a link so that you can sign up early, and it's just going to be, you know, video based, really super easy to follow. You can watch the videos in your own time, but what I want to do is help take you from maybe the out of control feeling that you've got right now, the chaos, and get you to the calm and, you know, packing lunchboxes that the kids will eat. So can't wait to see you in the next video, and make sure you grab the freebies, do the stuff. I'm here to help, here to serve, and here to make packed lunches fun again. All about putting the fun back into packed lunches. So see you in the next video.